Good morning. You're watching Crypto Divas. I'm here with Gillian. I'm Liina, and we're going to look through what's been going on in crypto the past week and see what's what and whether it's a good week or not.
Perfect.
So let's jump straight in. There's one thing that particularly, of course, caught my eye. So Coinbase has announced that it may be adding 5 new coins to its wallets.
Yes.
And they've also said that they may not do that. So they've announced that they may add Cardano's token, basic attention token, Stellar, Zcash, and 0x. Now, they did this as well when they added Ripple, and they got accused of insider trading a lot. So some info was leaked, and of course, the price of Ripple skyrocketed. And now they are saying that they're doing this to be transparent, but this is still very much insider trading because nothing has actually happened. They are just saying. And now if you look at the charts of what happened to the prices of these tokens, so Cardano rose 13% of the daily lowest, basic attention token 27%, Zcash 26%, Stellar 12%, and 0x at 33%. So if this isn't inside trading, I don't know what is. Yes. I mean, they've obviously all bought those tokens internally, said, okay, what we'll do is we'll announce that we're thinking about listing them. And, press release goes out, price goes crazy. They're happy. They're probably sold now.
Yeah.
So, it is, it's still the thing with crypto that there are no regulations on insider trading. Like, I mean, if you did this in Forex or stocks, you'd be put away.
But it's interesting because the backlash is, I mean, they're trying to get a license. I mean, that's the irony. They're trying to get a license from the SEC to be a regulated exchange. But did you see also that Kraken, the founder of Kraken, came out and was, again, what they said, we're thinking of adding 1,600 new coins. I don't know if he listed them all or not, but he was sort of saying, this is a bit of flim-flam and insider trading. You're dead right.
Yes.
So, I must say, too as well, if what we should be encouraging to anybody who's watching to subscribe and like our videos to get our numbers up. So we should say that as well. Okay. But I got a piece of news for myself. I was just saying to you earlier, I'm very excited. I've just been nominated onto the board of the US Blockchain Association. It's headquartered in California. It's a female-led.
Congratulations.
It's a female, very much female. Well, the focus is on strong female leadership, and Alicia, who's the founder, is a female, obviously. And their idea is to create jobs and opportunities in the US, but also to link out to blockchains across the US, but also globally. And of course, I'm involved with a number of blockchain associations here in Ireland, including the Irish Blockchain Expert Group. So it fits in very nicely, and I'm very excited. I'm hoping to go to Las Vegas in October to go meet everybody. But it's very nice to be on the board. It's like, woo, I must be grown up.
Fantastic. Oh, Las Vegas in October. Is that Money 2020 there then?
No, it's a World Blockchain call. I have it written down someplace. It's going to be amazing though. So that's fingers crossed.
I think they would probably be doing it at the same time as Money 2020. That would make sense to have a lot of people in.
Yeah.
Speaking of women in blockchain, there's some great news. Hedge fund billionaire Stephen Cohen is getting into crypto. So what he's done is he's invested into a hedge fund called Autonomous Partners, and that was founded by Ariana Simpson, and she's a venture capitalist, and was involved with BitCo as well when they first started, and she's also being called one of the top 40 influential women in blockchain. So really happy about this news. So, that's the thing with crypto, although it was meant to be this, everything for the people, but of course the institutional money is going to pour in. And there's just so much money in these funds that will help us create, new applications and new things that can really change the world. But then on the other hand, you think, do we want this money in? But, we can't really stop it. And it's just, it has to happen.
Yeah, well, actually, the same idea. I'm going to mangle this name. The Anderson Horowitz, very famous, the fund managers. They have their crypto fund. They announced earlier this year with $300 million in it. They made their first investment. It's $45 million into a blockchain privacy cloud project, and it's called Oasis Labs, and it's led by a female CEO. Yay! No, I'm not anti-men, but you saw David Drake posted on LinkedIn. It's only 4% of the people involved in crypto are women. It's the most skewed industry in the world, and yet it offers so much opportunity for women. So I'm very much pro, getting women involved. The CEO, her name is Dawn Song. She's the professor of electrical engineering in Berkeley. So smart woman. She's well known in the area, very, very smart, and she's heading it up. And another thing too is interesting as well is that this project that they're working on, it's going to be competitive with Amazon Web Services. So that's ticking a lot of boxes. It is institutional money, big money. It's a female lead, and they're looking at privacy, which is a big issue, and as I say, directly going up against Amazon. So that'll be very interesting.
Definitely. So let's look at something other than money for a change. So a team from China's Tsinghua University has filed a patent detailing a role for blockchain technology in protecting cultural heritage.
Ah.
This is because it's quite cool. So what they are planning to do is they want a system that can store and share digital versions of culturally important objects using blockchain. So I really love this, like the real science and research projects, and this could really be something great. I mean, heritage is something that we do need to preserve, and their team also writes in the patent that based on the unique design of blockchain for exchanging information, the digital identity of each cultural heritage can be transferred among different parties at a lower cost with higher efficiency. So that's the whole thing. I mean, why do we need blockchain? Exactly for this. You can do what you need to do anyways, but you can do it faster and you can do it cheaper, and that's that's all about.
That's amazing. And there was a funny story I saw. You know how the 12 Russians were found guilty? They're indicted against trying to manipulate the elections in the US. They also, as part of what they did, they used Bitcoin to purchase services, trying to stay anonymous. But of course, obviously Bitcoin is transparent, so they're able to track them back. So not only are they being indicted on charges of, I suppose, treason or whatever, messing with the election, they're also now going to be charged with money laundering. That's pretty cool, isn't it? They use Bitcoin and now they're caught.
I think everyone thinks, Bitcoin is anonymous. It isn't. In fact, many years ago, I saw a talk on Monero. We did organize Coinbase in Estonia. I think that was 4 years ago now, maybe more. And one of the founders of Monero came to talk. Really interesting guy. And Monero's point is that it's a privacy coin. And not because of drugs, like everyone says, Monero, that's for drugs. But he said it's simply, Bitcoin, yes, it's all transparent. Everyone can trace everything. So it's just not safe to let people know how much money you have. Send someone some money, and if you're only using one wallet, they can see exactly how much money is coming into your wallet and how much is going out. I mean, you wouldn't tell your neighbor how much you have in your bank account. So that's one of the concerns with the whole transparency thing.
Yes, yeah. That's interesting. Okay, then other news. I have Malta. Malta is gung-ho now, of course, on crypto. And Mr. Muscat, the PM, he's announced new regulations and laws, very, very happy. But they're going to get their first two-way Bitcoin ATM. So you can buy Bitcoin, but you can also put in Bitcoin, put in your wallet and get out fiat. It's kind of an interesting one. And Moon Zebra is the company doing that. But it's interesting. I didn't realize in 2017, Malta had its first Bitcoin, straightforward Bitcoin ATM, and it went missing. So I hope they've chained this one down, doesn't go missing this time. Kind of weird. And then,
if you would steal a Bitcoin ATM,
I don't know.
So, I mean, you steal a traditional ATM, there will be cash in there. Of course, it will be somehow protected. They will probably spray you with paint if you try and open it. But you steal a Bitcoin ATM. I mean, I don't think they'd store the private keys in there.
I don't know.
What do you do with this? It's kind of like stealing a shopping trolley for laugh when you go out for a drink. Some young kids do that. It's like, here's a Bitcoin ATM. I'll take that home with me as a trophy.
Yeah, taking bollards home or something like that when they're out on a drunk night. I thought it was quite funny. Was it heavy to move? That's kind of funny. And then, I have a good piece of news actually. Actually, lots of different things, but Solaris Bank in Germany, they have said, they've explicitly said they're going to provide financial services to cryptocurrency companies. This is pretty cool because in lots of parts of the world, including here, unfortunately, a lot of the banks have withdrawn their financial services to companies that are cryptocurrency companies. So this is Solaris Bank in Germany saying they are actively going to offer traditional financial services, which everybody needs. Everybody needs to put their money back into fiat at the end of the day. Well, most of the time anyway. So that's pretty cool. That's good news.
That is good news. I mean, we need to get to a place when the banks will stop stopping crypto companies from operating.
Or trying to stop them.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the scammy one's fine, but there are legit businesses that are doing some great things, and why would you stop that?
I think I was saying a few weeks ago that BitCove, the Irish exchange based in Cork, the two young brothers set it up. They actually went through an incubation. This doggy head, is it? They actually went through an incubation service program with the Bank of Ireland, one of the pillar banks here. They actually won the overall award for the best startup. And then the banks withdrew the services. That's crazy. I mean, they're what is your dog doing? What's your dog's name again? Moo. Yeah. That's funny. So yeah, so that's good news that the banks, certainly in Germany, are getting their act together.
Yeah, definitely good news. Let's see what else I have here. So Tezos has announced that they're giving away grant money to crypto developers. So they're trying to get developers active in their community. Now, even though Tezos has gone through some very big scandals and they're still got several class action lawsuits going on, they are hoping that it does encourage their community members to do some development, and also trying to get educational and institutional organizations to get on board here.
Did their price fall this week? Did I read that it fell like 78%? I was looking at the markets.
Let's have a look now. They had a massive sell-off like last week.
So maybe that's what it was to do with. Yeah. Because the markets overall are down 8%. But people aren't really panicking either. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, even though it's down, I think people they're saying like, obviously Bitcoin fell 8%, Ether fell 10%, but they're not. I mean, Joe Lubin was quoted as saying that he reckons Ethereum's into its phase 2 of its development, which is, so I think, and the Lightning network's been advanced for Bitcoin for the speed of transactions. So even though the market's down, it kind of feels okay. Do you know what I mean? Even though, I don't know, I think it seems as if it's stabilizing a bit. Do you get that impression?
Well, it is, I was looking at it, and it seems that the price is kind of doing what it was doing after the first bubble. Well, not the first, but the first biggest one. So when Bitcoin's price hit 1,000, then it came down and lost about 80% of its value. Yeah. But then, gradually on a downtrend, we are on a pretty steep downtrend still. But as we know, the price came back with a vengeance. So, probably maybe even faster this time, but in 2 years, I reckon the price will be much higher than it is now. And, it's the speculative panic is kind of exiting the market. So it's not about these young kids who have got some tokens and panic as soon as the price moves. Now the big money is in, and big money doesn't really care. However, as I am currently talking to a lot of investors with the Black Insurance project, because the price is low, the investments into new tokens and new projects have gone down 10 times. And obviously, if you have a lot of Bitcoin or Ethereum and the price is so low, you don't particularly want to sell at a low point. Yes. So that's why a lot of them are waiting for the price to go back up so that they can reinvest, because their money is worth more.
Okay.
So that makes sense. So hopefully it will bounce back very soon, but we will see.
Yeah, I think that's the whole market is a bit, in terms of investment, you're right. It's very slow at the moment. People are just watching and waiting, because you're right. You don't want to waste your Bitcoin or your Ether. It's going to go up and you haven't bought half, the trade rate isn't so good. So that makes sense. Yeah. That's all my news. Do you have any more news?
Let me see. I think that's it from me as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, overall, I would say it was a good week, even with the 8% loss in the markets. I see a lot of positives actually, including me getting on the board of the US Blockchain Association. Woo!
Oh, great things are happening. I'm not concerned. Okay,
No.
price wise, yes, it is doing what it's doing, but we just need to go and see what happens. It doesn't seem to affect development of new technologies. So let's.
Yeah, I think so, and the adoption. So now I'm feeling very just nicely positive, just positive now. There's a lot of action, good things happening.
And also maybe it will stop the crazy amounts of scams because, people are now more knowledgeable, the price is low, so people are not willing to jump in at every project they see.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think we're maturing.
Yes.
Getting old. So I think I'm going to call it a good week. What do you think?
Yeah, let's call it a good week.
Okay.
Every week is a good week.
It is. We're alive. Okay, well, we'll say goodbye to everybody until next week.
Thank you all, and come back next week. And yeah, do like and subscribe so that we can keep doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant.
Bye-bye.
Bye.